Hello everyone, welcome back to Famous or Known. I think now we should all start hailing the president of Burkina Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. We should all start hailing him and start calling him the hero of Africa. Can you believe that now some of the parliaments in Africa, they are using Captain Ibrahim Traoré as a case study? Can you believe it? They're using him as a case study now. I was online looking for my daily videos, and then I came across a particular video. Let's go watch that video first.
Traore is doing them. Traore wakes up, dreams them up. Following morning, he makes a pronouncement. It is law. It is policy. Action follows. And I wake up and I say stuff. They look at me and say, what is this? What is this man talking about? We need to take it through this stage and that stage, and put it to tender, float the tender. It takes 2 years, then we evaluate, then there are complaints, and there's an interdict. We wait another 4 years. By that time, you have to go and account to the people, and they remove you. Those who came before me did not fail because they didn't have ideas. They did, maybe even better ideas. They just didn't implement them. Why? Because perhaps they failed to appreciate that the structures that are in place are not properly suited to the attainment of quick action. So you need to subvert some of these rules and processes unapologetically. And I will do it.
So this video here is the president of Botswana. The president of Botswana, Dumaboko. He said, when Traore wakes up and says, I want to do this or I want this done, automatically it's done, because that's the law. They don't have to go sit there and they wait for parliament to come and vote before they take decisions. Even if they take decisions or if they vote on something, it has to go through a process. The structure that's put in place, it takes time. By the time maybe they get everything approved, maybe you are even out of power. So when Ibrahim Traoré says, okay, let's do this, they do it. Why? Because they are not under that policy of democracy. No, they're not. They're not going through the whole democratic system. And he said, yeah, he's going to start acting like Ibrahim Traoré. In that way, they can get a whole lot of things done. Now all the leaders are learning. Look at this young guy here, Ibrahim Traoré. He is doing an amazing job. He's doing excellent. Look at the whole world protest. Every country was protesting because of this guy, and he gets things done. So if all these African countries doesn't start doing all these things, then what's the point of us fighting for Africa to be liberated? Huh? So they are learning. I was surprised to see this, because look what the man is doing. They have like tomato factory. They're paving all the roads in Burkina Faso. Education from primary to university, everything is free. They open up factories. A whole lot of things that they're doing in Burkina Faso right now. That's why it's hurting France. It's hurting the Western imperialists. They're going crazy over this, because one thing that they want to see is African unity. They don't want to see that. But I know for sure it's going to come to pass. United States of Africa. It's happening. This is a revolution. We all should jump on it. Now let's go to Namibia.
Accept this thing going forward. Lastly, you see, Traore has become a hero to Professor. I and him will drink coffee about Traore. But he's doing two good things. That he becomes an international icon. A young guy, younger than many of us. Traore has changed the price of uranium. France was buying uranium from Burkina Faso for $1 billion every year. He stopped the French to buy his uranium. Today, Burkina Faso is making 85 billion from the same resource. We are selling uranium here. We have no nuclear power. We are just talking, everything is nuclear. We are just selling. Whether the Chinese are paying us the best price or not, we don't know. We are also afraid. What if they walk out of this deal? But Traore, a young man, a soldier, has changed his country. That's why Traore is now building up factories, processing plants of agro-processing, because he has resources. We have these resources. When we say some of these things must not be said in the open, but let's drink coffee and talk about the future of our country, we don't listen to one another. So, Foreign Minister, may your door be open for further engagement, deeper engagement in the national interest of our country, so that we start running, because we are crawling. We must start running. And this country has an opportunity to penetrate Africa, to penetrate the world, but we must run in and we must talk to one another so that we get the country going. Thank you.
Thank you.
Namibia at the parliament, one of the parliamentarians, look what he said. They should just sometimes open up. He was telling the president, like, or whoever that was in charge of the parliament, said, maybe you should open up and sometimes they can have like private meetings, go and sit down and then talk about fact, things that needs to be done. They don't need to come sit in public and then say all these things that we're going to do this, we're going to do this. You know, all these Western influence, they will find ways and means to push out a good agenda. But if they sometimes they talk in private and make sure things needs to be done, it will be done. Like the Botswana president is saying,
that the structures that are in place are not properly suited to the attainment of quick action. So you need to subvert some of these rules and processes unapologetically. And I will do it.
Now, not everything they're going to go vote over it and then wait for them. Sometimes it takes years before they can implement whatever that they want to do. No, it's not going to wait for that anymore. Even Ghana, I did a video about that, which they are banning the foreigners from trading in local gold market. That's a step. And the kind of things that Ghana is doing right now, President John Dramani Mahama, he's doing an amazing job within a short period of time. Look what Tanzania is doing right now. Tanzania is doing the same. Telling the foreigners to stop. No more. Because to think about it, all these raw materials, all these resources, is for us. But these people, because of greed, and they know that we are corrupt-minded, so they will pick an individual and be like, listen, I can give you this, go and do this. Even France used the same citizens from Burkina Faso to stage a protest against Burkina Faso in France. Yeah, they used citizens of Burkina Faso to stage a protest against Burkina Faso in France. That was when the citizens of Burkina Faso, the locals, those that lives in Burkina Faso, the Burkina base, they be like, listen, you're living in France and you're staging a protest against us. You think we are not happy of what Captain Ibrahim Traoré is doing? We're very happy. So they also stage protests against it, like counter-protest. They will wake up and Captain Ibrahim Traoré will be like, this is what I want to do. So let's do it. And lo and behold, it gets done. Now they have their own reserves. They're reserving gold. Mahama now also reserving gold. So now the city, the Ghana city, it's very strong. Just 2 weeks ago, the dollar, $1 US was like 16 to 17 cities. But now already it's like 13 cities. The dollar is dropping in Ghana. It's dropping drastically. So y'all can do this. We can do this. This is the time. I don't know what the other countries are doing, especially the Francophone countries, Togo and Ivory Coast. It's sad. This is about time. It's about time. The youth need to wake up and then go behind the good leaders, those that want to do something. Go behind them. Because even Mahama said, if you don't be careful, one day the youth will wake up and go against us. So this is when the leaders of Africa should come together and make sure things are getting done. All those puppets, we have to fish them out. Get rid of them. Some are even over 80 years. They're still in power. For what? And this is what France and US and those Europe countries, those Western, that's what they want. They want a corrupt leader so that they can give the money and then they would come take the raw materials. They take everything and give us nothing. I'm very much happy that these leaders are awake now. At least they have come back to their senses. We should applaud Captain Ibrahim Traoré as the hero of Africa. He's the hero of Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about this video. Leave your comment at the comment section. And if you haven't been part of Famous Family, please do so by subscribing to the channel. Share the video and also like all the videos. And until we meet again, I'm your host, Charlene the Casa Harris. I'm out.